More than 5 million Americans suffer from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. 6 in 10 people with dementia will wander off on their own. For one family, that struggle turned into an even greater nightmare when their dad vanished at New York's LaGuardia airport. Only on CBS This Morning, the family shows Kris Van Cleave why it's now suing American Airlines. Kris, good morning.
Well, good morning. This really could become a growing issue for the airlines as Alzheimer's cases grow with the aging baby boomer generation. Now, Josephette Dupuy's daughter did not want the 52-year-old alone in a nursing home. The plan was to send him to family in his native Haiti.
We went to the first agent there, and I told her the situation, like, hey, my dad can't be alone. I need him, just to make sure he gets on that plane. And
did you specifically tell her that he has Alzheimer's?
I told her, yeah. She was like, oh, no problem, that's fine, I can help you out right here.
Kerfalim Dupuy and American Airlines agree that her father, Josephette, was checked in for his flight that January morning and was brought to the gate by a wheelchair attendant. He was to fly to Miami alone, where a relative would meet him for his flight to Haiti. But a source familiar with the incident says the airline has no record of being notified that Dupuy required special care. When the flight left the gate, he wasn't on it.
I thought he died because I already knew, if someone's not there telling him to eat or drink.
As the hours tick by here and you don't know where your dad is,
no.
What's going through your mind?
I was just trying to remain as calm as possible,
You had to be worried though,
I
right?
was worried, I was just thinking the worst, and then I was like, no. I was in denial, no, this can't be happening.
It's happened before. In 2013, 83-year-old Victoria Kong, who was believed to suffer from dementia-like confusion, was also flying alone and wandered away from Washington, D.C.'s Reagan National Airport. Kong was found dead days later.
Listen, the airline's contract of carriage specifically says that they are responsible to fly you from point A to point B and on connecting flights to point C. They're not responsible to get you to the gate, and they're not responsible to have you leave the airport.
Most airlines do offer special assistance for travelers with disabilities, but generally require advance notice. Delta's website notes, we are not equipped to provide full monitoring while waiting at the gate. American has this disability assistance form online. It includes a box for connection assistance for customers with mental disability. Dupuy admits she was unaware of it.
The major lesson here is that nobody with a mental deficiency should be allowed to fly unaccompanied by somebody who doesn't know their history.
3 days after missing his flight, Dupuy was found sick, cold, and confused, but alive about 20 miles away in Garrettson Beach, New York. The same day, the police recovered his backpack near Prospect Park in Brooklyn. And this medical bill shows he also made it to a Manhattan ER, treated and then released on his own. Dupuy's daughter snapped this picture of her dad recovering at a second New York area hospital just hours after he was found.
The doctor told me that, he's pretty lucky to be alive, because if he was out there one more day, I don't know, he probably would have been found frozen on a corner somewhere.
It's got to be kind of a painful memory for you.
I would say it's probably the worst 3 days of my life.
Her dad spent 2 weeks recovering in the ICU. In a statement to CBS This Morning, American Airlines says we cannot comment on the specifics of this case since there is pending litigation. It is important to note that American is committed to providing a safe, pleasant travel experience for all of our customers. The airlines do require that passengers be able to comply and understand crew member instructions in order to fly. Anthony?
Kris, thank you.
Sounds like a lot of lessons to be learned there on all sides.
You've got to accompany somebody in that condition.
That's right.